Resurrection!
And yo, it's time for it, everybody, once again. Sticks or pads, don't matter if you're a foe or a friend. Go and boot that shit up, run the set first to 3. We got pride on the line, looking for that victory. Got the meaties and the anti-airs on lock, the nooch supreme. We got set play like Windex, you'll be saying that we're clean. So without further ado, holler out, let's fucking go. Join us in the Bahnyard and let's kick off the show.
Don't touch that dial. It's that time once again, so get yourselves comfy. Introducing the dynamic duo, the Boomer and the Zoomer, the hosts who boast the most roast. Ya boys Carnage and Old Maid Barry are here to take you down to the Bahnyard, where the banner is free and the hosts are surprisingly even more free. Take it away, you filthy animals.
Alright everybody, welcome back, pimps, players and pain purveyors, to a brand new episode of the Bahnyard. As always, it is I, Carnage, twitch.tv/Carnage5, go give him a sub. And I'm always joined by my, quite frankly, very handsome and beautiful co-host, Old May Barry, which you can also find at twitch.tv/Carnage5. How are you?
I'm doing alright, man. I genuinely do believe that the Twitch handle name change did my career wonders, and you can find me streaming almost every single week, be it a tournament, a variety game, or a fucking ukulele apology video for some problematic shit that I've said or done. It's always a fun time over in the Carnage Club. The
Carnyard, yes.
That's the name of it. That's the Carnyard.
The Carnyard. Yes, and we are here with a special guest. You might have heard of his organization, OCE3. We are here with the founder, Ewber. How are you?
I'm going to court in July.
Nice. So this episode is called The Zoomer's Extraordinary Guide on Burning Out, now on VHS. And we have a Kickstarter for a HD DVD format, because that is obviously going to overtake Blu-ray in the future.
Are we going to scam the viewers?
Yes. We will do a Raccoon Is Me.
Because I genuinely do not want any part of it if it means we have to actually put out a product. Like, I want these people to get faith in me and my goals and adorations.
Yeah.
I want them to see the Bahnyard as a reputable source where they can trust their hard-earned money.
Yeah.
And then I want to fucking pump and dump that shit, then go off to Vanuatu.
Just to
or
clarify, just so for me and for chat to properly understand, you want to do something good in the beginning to gain public trust and affection and appreciation, and just general public goodwill, and then over time you want to kind of manipulate that and use that to your own nefarious advantage. Is that correct?
Basically, yeah. I want to I feel that would benefit me in the long run, and I quite frankly don't really care what people think.
I didn't know you were a developer on Hollow Knight Silksong. Alright, so the first question. Ewber, first of all, for those who don't know, please introduce yourself and explain a bit about
God, I hope that ages like milk, please.
It's gonna age like fine wine. But who are you, Ewber? Explain yourself. Introduce yourself, young man.
I am Ewber. I don't really know how to really talk about myself properly, so that's...
What do you play? What do you enjoy? What do you enjoy in life? What do you play? What fighting games do you play?
Whatever game is fucking tingling its keys in front of me at the moment. Any game that is like fucking shaking their shit. Where is my keys? I was trying to make a sound effect. Fuck. Anything that's jingling its keys, I'm fucking interested.
So it's like Tekken,
Right now it's Tekken 8.
Yeah.
So Tekken is the proverbial keychain that's being dangled in front of your face.
Yes.
Okay, that's alright.
So basically any game that has a fucking female character in it. So
Not Street Fighter 1. Not Street Fighter 1.
Not Street Fighter 1, unfortunately. That's too much of a sausage party.
Shame. Big shame, big shame.
Too many cocks, get it the fuck off my
Exactly.
screen,
We need penis to vagina ratio. You know what I mean? Like there's a certain
Street Fighter 2 doesn't have a good... Street Fighter 2 does not have a good penis to vagina ratio.
Nah.
So he can't play
Exactly.
Penis is fine.
Oh, so now you tell us.
Yeah.
We have to rewrite all of our questions.
The lore has been shaken up.
Well, let me guess. The questions are: what do you think about trombone? When are you gonna play trombone? How are you gonna play trombone?
See, I would have loved to. I would have loved to. For those who don't know, in Marvel 3, there's a character from Mega Man Legends called Tronbon, and it just strikes me as just an Ewber character. I don't know why, I can't exactly put my finger on it. There's an alternate costume she has where her robot suit, the Gustav robot I believe is called, is yellow, and it's the same color as Uber's big puffer jacket that he always wears to locals. So it just reminds me of that, I don't know. Every time I see the color yellow, I think of Uber.
I haven't worn it since like December probably.
I think that's a
Yes.
lie. I
Okay,
genuinely
well,
think that's a lie.
almost always wears
Instead, I have the yellow Hawaiian shirt.
it. Yes, you do. And you have the yeah hat.
I think we should put a yellow puffer jacket in the thumbnail.
we should
of
do
this
that. And the
episode.
yeah hat. You have to see Uber's
And
yeah
the yeah
hat.
hat. And the yeah hat. But not together. To have them,
No,
have them like
separately.
on separate sides of the screen.
Exactly, just like Man and Epstein in Slash's episode.
How good was that
It's a
thumbnail?
funny thumbnail I cooked.
It's so crazy that we spent multiple years in solitary confinement each,
Exactly.
suffering for the crimes of that thumbnail.
No, it was a truly life-changing experience, but I think we came out for the better. Wouldn't you agree?
We did invent a
yeah.
time machine that managed to take us back to the point in time where we could just release this 2 weeks after that episode. So I think we did all right.
We would, yeah.
We're
doing fine.
good.
We're doing fine.
We did good. YouTube apologies, eat your heart out.
We don't need no
Bahnyard's got
ukulele.
that down to a science.
Exactly. But alright, let's get
We don't
in.
need we don't need a ukulele. We just have one of those. What's the thing from fucking Shin Megami Tensei 4? The fucking wind chimes.
Oh, yeah, aggressive xylophone on YouTube.
Aggressive xylophone.
I know the one you're talking about, Boss Battle B2 or
Yeah.
something.
How about
that's a
instead
good
of
YouTube.
apologies, we be like R. Kelly and just admit it?
I thought you were gonna say just pee on someone. That's what he did, didn't he? Didn't he do that? Isn't that why he's in jail?
Piss on someone?
Yeah. Anyway, we'll get R. Kelly on
Wait,
the
so he
Barnyard in
released
season
the
3.
I Admit It. He released the I Admit
So-
It song in jail.
Wait, he
It
did?
might have been recorded before.
He
But maybe
admitted
it
it before going to jail.
No, maybe he recorded the song before, like he went to jail, and then after he was booked, maybe that's when the song released.
While he was in like cuffs in the courtroom, he's just like, "Y'all ain't ready for the shit I've been cooking, man. It's about to drop, yo. I didn't mean it.
I know I did it, but I'm sorry, kinda.
Sorry.
Lol.
I was hoping that the courtroom would treat this like a Steven Universe episode and simply forgive me because I said sorry.
I fucking hate Steven Universe, that little shit.
That
I don't
sounds
like
to
him.
me like
Sound like
you
him.
hate the LGBTQIA plus movement.
No, I just don't like that show, and I don't like
Classic
the creator.
homophobic con. That's why you can't.
Why
watch
don't
Drive.
you like it? What about it don't you like?
Shit.
That sounds like prejudice right there.
Well,
my
if it
good
is, then
sir.
it is. Sure, I'm sorry. You couldn't pay me to watch that. I wouldn't take
Okay.
a mountain's worth in gold to watch that show.
Joe Rogan.
Jamie, pull that clip off of the bear taking acid. Alright, let's get into the first proper question. So, I mentioned it before, OCE3, which is the, the organization. Ewber doesn't really run stuff for it anymore. He's kind of stepped down, and that will lead into the question. It's mostly run by Mildsum and Toad and some of the other Third Strike guys, and Heller and I do Vampire Safety there. So it's mainly focused on Third Strike and Vampire Savior, so some old school Capcom fighting games. They do net play tournaments and exhibitions and things of that nature. So I want to ask you, Ewber, it's kind of a double whammy question. So the first thing is, well, what made you want to start OC3 in the first place, and why did you step down eventually?
Alright, so the reason why I made OC3 in the first place is, like, I picked up a bit of Third Strike, right? I installed Fightcade 2, and I'm like, I'm gonna try a bit of Third Strike. This was during my time where, like, I just wanted, like, if a game I played, I want to also play in the tournaments with it, like, in it. But I didn't find any Australian Third Strike tournaments. I found out, like, the last one was, like, 6 months ago, and I'm like, huh? The fuck?
Yeah, why is there no Third Strike?
Yeah, so I'm like, alright, well, let me go find the Third Strike server, right?
Yeah.
Let me go find it and ask if there's any tournaments around.
Yeah.
Looking back now, it's pretty easy to find it, but back then I'm like, I can't fucking find it. So I'm like, how about I do this, right? I make a Third Strike server called Oceania Free and host tournaments for it, so it actually gets people in it. And it all started from there. Like,
So that was the catalyst.
yeah, it was called Oceania Free Fight for the Future, maybe.
Huh. Okay, so just like...
And
the
then
game
I just
subtitle.
shortened it to OCE Free because it
Which
was
is good.
Yeah,
It rolls right off the tongue. OC3. That's good.
I like OCE3.
That's good.
I always really liked that name.
OC3.
It's simple, but it gets like right to the point.
And it's intriguing. It's like, what does the 3 mean? What's the third? You know, there's 2 other ones before it.
You're
What-
only allowed to play the third game of certain series.
No, I don't.
Like,
I
if
don't
you try
only want to
any-
play Ninja Gaiden 3. That game's shit.
You are only allowed to play Soul Calibur 3.
Salty is in shambles right
Wait,
now.
no, technically the third game in that franchise would be Soul Calibur 2. So you'd
Soul
be fine.
Edge and Blade were a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, Soul Edge. It's Soul Edge / Blade, then Soul Calibur, then Soul Calibur 2. So technically, you still get to play the good one.
Oh.
Then you get Tekken. Then you get Tekken 3,
which is good.
you get kind of a. How is Dead or Alive 3? I've never
It's
actually
pretty
played
good.
it.
I made a video on it a while back. Check it out. Twitch.
Was Virtua Fighter 3 any good?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Damn, you guys are cooking over in OCE 3.
We have every single
you
third
wait
game.
till
If
I
you don't
drop
play the
OC.
third game, we're gonna kill you.
OC4.
Bro, you wait till I drop OCE 4. Tekken 4 tournaments,
Ooh.
baby.
You can't
I
stop
can't
me.
Can't wait for the pillar combos.
Bro, you can't stop my Jin in Tekken 4. Low tier hero.
You can't stop my fucking Heihachi in a Fundoshi.
Oos.
I can't play him, but I will simply hope that the image alone is intimidating enough to cause
No, it's-
people to concede.
Could you imagine like an
Intimidating?
elderly... No, imagine an elderly Japanese man in a Fundoshi just violently wave dashing towards you. That's enough to intimidate me, man.
It's like those old fucking like screamer videos where it's
Oh,
the fucking
yeah,
countryside.
Scary Maze game
But it
and
would just
stuff.
be like him just going like, I'd be like, ah!
Yeah. Ah, get away from me! Yeah.
Get your senior citizens discount away from my hurt box.
Yeah, so... And that's also part of the question, but like, why'd you step down? That was the second thing I asked.
Well, I just felt like I did too much. And, like, also, by the time, like, I started doing it, I started falling off of interest of Third Strike and just Street Fighter in general. Like, yeah, that's why I got you along as a co-owner at one point.
Yes.
But I didn't really do anything to get you to do that much other than, like, comms sometimes and stuff.
Yeah.
And
chill,
then
it was chill.
it just all culminated at the end, because this is also during the time I like to call it the OCE3 clone forward era.
Oh.
When I just tried to start doing like other games other than like old games, like, you know, Friday Street Fighter 6.
I think you did... Yeah, SF6 was one. There's some other games you did too. I can't remember off the top of my head, but you did some more.
Because I think you guys were rotating when back when Hold Forward did Street Fighter.
No, this
So it was
was
like-
af-
it was
this
like-
was during like after the Hold Forward.
I was
like,
trying to remember
season.
because I know we communicated around that time to try find time slots that worked for both of us.
Yeah.
I remember we had those. So I remember one of the first times I'd properly spoken to you was like scheduling.
No, it wasn't that. It was actually me going like, I'm
wasn't
gonna
that?
suck in this tournament, and you're like, no, you do okay. Don't downplay yourself.
Why am I such a nice
Don't
person in
downplay
like
10
retrospective
push-ups.
stories?
Yeah.
Only in retrospective story.
What is like all these people telling me like the amount of people that have come on the Bahnyard and they'll tell origin stories of how they met me, and I'm apparently such a nice person. But I don't know, man. I feel like people might be fucking yanking my balls.
Maybe they're
or
all like
something. I think
gaslighting you.
I think there's some trickery.
You are a
afoot,
nice
like
guy.
reverse
Ooh.
trickery. Listen here, you nice man. I'm grateful for our meeting, and I thank you for. Don't lie to me, cunt. Don't lie to
Be
me.
honest. Or speak honestly, or just don't speak at all to me.
Your kick to the balls will feel all the better if you're just honest with me. Like, by all means. But you would say that burnout was a factor.
Yes.
Well, because that's actually, yeah, basically on the topic that we're working with today. So, yeah, because you mentioned you were also falling out with the game itself. Do you think that, like, you could have gotten away with, let's say, working a game in that you were interested in with at the time, or was the burnout just too great?
Burnout was too great because I had like Blazblue Sunday as well,
That was
which
it,
was
yeah.
another game that was jingling keys in front of me because like once again jingling keys. Street Fighter 3 Third Strike was jingling keys in front of me before. That's why I made OC free, and then just other shit just grabbed my attention. You know, I got the tism.
So because the org itself was so hyper specific to a certain demographic, you couldn't just work in like another set of keys to dangle or some shit.
I did, but no one joined.
Oh no.
No, it's
Well,
funny
either
you
no
say
one
that 'cause I
joined or the tournament failed. Melty blood.
Oh no, the tech issues in that tournament.
That was so
God.
bad. I was up until 11 for a 6-person bracket.
And I remember
Jesus.
your cap.
What happened with
Oh,
that?
just-
Because I didn't know about
Melty's
that
netcode
before.
is so bad.
Well, it's not the melting
Are we
netcode, it's
talking
just getting in.
Type Lumina or the
Actress
No.
again, current code.
Actress.
Oh god.
I remember your CVS2 bracket. you had like what an Evo winner for the game tune in for the stream, or some like crazy famous player tune in, and then like Flightcast just shit itself. The whole program just went down completely during the bracket.
Oh.
And then like
really
after
bad.
that, it just kept on doing like desyncs galore.
Yeah,
And
constant desyncs crashing. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I kept on doing one more chances to it, and then I was like, no, that's it. We're not doing it anymore.
Is that just a Flycast thing, or was that just
yeah.
like...
Those just
really-
Flycasts.
Ah.
Just being generally unstable. It just is like that sometimes. It's still a work in progress program.
Oh, Jesus.
The thing is, though,
No, 'cause I-
Flightcast got updated, right? But,
Yeah, it's been updated a bit.
but the thing is, Fightcade hasn't updated, so it's still like by default downloads the the Flightcast version that was around when Fightcade updated. But that Flightcast version is so far behind that it causes big issues.
Oh, shit.
Even spectating didn't work properly. So you can't really do a tournament if you can't spectate properly if two other
Yeah,
people are playing,
exactly.
yeah.
Well, that's why
Tekken Ball.
I remember for my Discord server a while back, we did the Tekken 8 Ball tournament and we couldn't stream the fucking
Yeah,
thing.
because no, thank you, Harada.
Literally no spectator mode, and like as fun as watching like a side stream of people doing Discord streams, there is a sense of like there's like an archaic sense of just sort of what's the word I'm looking
Disappointment
for?
that you-
Disorganization.
Yeah.
Where, like, because at the end of the day, I feel people throw the term scuffed around, and I genuinely just, when people use that term, it means one or two things. It means, like, they're sincere in their efforts, but they lack the tech to put out something that's at a high level, or they're just taking the piss. And I feel that, like, if you were to do that, if you were to go, like, oh, hey, we're going to be streaming a Tekken 8 Ball tournament, and we're just going to, like, screen capture people's Discords and just, like, put it to Twitch, I feel that would be taking the piss.
Yeah.
Like, it would be funny, because the problem is then you've, like, got in-jokes and shit, and all this stuff, and it's just not funny to a general viewer.
I get you, because there's a certain point where it's like, okay, like, if something's kind of, like, scuffed, as you would call it, or a bit crude or rough around the edges, it's, like, kind of charming in some ways, depends, but if something is just not, like, it doesn't look good, it doesn't sound good, it's just too much going on, and it's not
People aren't going to
organized
stick
well.
around
Exactly.
at the end of the day, and it's unfortunate.
You have to have some level of professionalism, just a microcosm, just like on the Bahnyard. It's pretty scuffed. You have two mentally unstable, asylum escapees forcing a guest onto the show, but we still make it work.
It's a threat we use at this point.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's just like if you don't straighten up, young man, you will
You're
be
going
a
on the
guest on the
Bahnyard.
Bahnyard.
I
you
have
get
totally
anything
come
less-
here on my own will.
That's a lie. If you get anything less than a B or a B plus on that math test, young man, you will. You know how parents say, like, when kids are young. I don't know if this happened to anyone, any of you guys or anyone in chat. Your parents or your grandparents, like, oh, if you keep acting up, I'm gonna drive you to the orphanage. Now, the modern day version is, if you keep acting up, I'm gonna take you to the Bahnyard. Ooh. There'll be audio of you politely conversing with Carnage at twitch.tv/Carnage5 and Old Barry. You don't want that on your record.
Twitch.tv/Carnage.
True, you don't want that on your record.
You do not want that one. You're going to hit the age of 40 and you're going to be applying for a job. You've had years of qualifications and they're going to be like, look, you are suitable for the role of CEO of John Business.
John Business.
But unfortunately, at the ripe old age of 23, we have found on your online records that you were in fact a guest on the Bahnyard. Next thing you know, boom, you're homeless.
Career's over.
Your wife leaves you. Your kid disregards your existence and doesn't acknowledge you. You're out on your ass on the streets with barely $1 to your name. It's like that episode of Futurama where he has the dog on the, the dog outside the pizza.
That was
That'll
so
be
sad.
You. That'll be you if you are a guest on the Bahnyard. Have you ever seen any of our guests after the show? No,
Exactly.
didn't think so.
Correct. Oh,
This may
good
very
point.
well be the last time you ever see Ewber.
See ya.
He's never coming back. The person that you may see at events, he's a well-paid stunt double. Carnage and I are actually quite financially, we're quite financially well
We
off.
will
can
have a
afford
stunt
these
double
things.
named Weber. The joke name for him is Ewber.
Weber.
He will be exactly the opposite.
Uber
of me.
fake. It's an Uber real.
We're just gonna take a fucking Weber grill to like
Look.
CCH and just put on a little hat and a puffer jacket on him.
Hey,
like,
it's Uber.
insane.
Run the set. Yeah.
You're gonna be like, you want to play some games? We're gonna be like, yeah, sure do. I sure love Blazblue.
But no, like, going on what you were saying, though, like, in terms of the burnout, like, unironically, I think it's a really interesting topic, and I mentioned this to you guys in the chat before we started tonight. So many people in the scene, and in situations like this where you have a platform to really have these talks, people are so quick to, like, discuss, you know, the dubs and how it takes to get to them and like celebrating them and shit. And no one really discusses the reality of a lot of these ventures, that like burnout is fucking real and enthusiasm is only going to take you so far. Like I get the drive to want to have, let's say, like, oh well, my game's not being represented, so I'm going to start running events for it. There's only so much your sheer will alone can do. And I feel people don't give enough respect to the people that try and burn out. Because I know for one I did with Hold Forward. I was already, like, I think before Hold Forward shut down, I was already planning on leaving in like April or some shit.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. Rest in peace.
Because I hit my burnout point fucking badly.
You gotta set your expectations straight. Because I do the same thing with some stuff. I want to do this, I want to do that, but you have to
be
rein it in a little
realistic.
bit and work cohesively as a group.
Exactly. You have to set your expectations at a reasonable level and remember that you're not being paid for this.
And you're only human as well. You have your limits.
Like, people have this whole, like, man, I love the FGC. I want to give back to the FGC. God, I have to give my whole fucking life to this video game.
I'm gonna sacrifice my firstborn on main stage at BAM.
Oh, no, I gotta well, Matt, you had a good run, buddy. But it's real, and, like, people don't talk about it. Like, and people will also sit there and get fucking criticized for being like, oh, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, and fucking...
Why aren't you hosting my weeklies? You host your weeklies, I don't care if you want to.
You have two jobs and are struggling to support your financially, dependent family. Why aren't you running Sailor Moon bracket?
It's like some people can do it. Like, there are people in this community that, like, have huge lives outside of the FGC, and they can still make it work, and, like, all the power to them.
It's all balance, yeah, definitely.
All the fucking power to them for finding the balance. For some people, it's just not possible, no matter how much enthusiasm they may have. And again, like, as you come onto the episode and you say the OC to yourself, I wouldn't criticize you for it at all, because it's a huge undertaking, even if it's like Third Strike, which admittedly isn't one of the more popular games in our scene. It's still a commitment. It's still a time sink.
It was the most popular game in OCE3. I'm pretty sure we got like 24 players at one point. 28.
Oh, we get a bunch of players, but like it's definitely not as popular as like Tekken 8, Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, that's more what I mean. Yeah.
1,000 players.
Yeah.
Lol.
Let's go MK1.
Oh God. No, but it's like it's definitely an interesting topic point, because it's like, yeah, we've acknowledged it, but how do you sort of prevent that, you know?
That's the thing.
It's finding the balance, and I just like, I think people's enthusiasm gets the better of them. Like, it's a big reason why I've said to myself that, like, if I ever work with an org again, I really have to be with a team that can, like, reel me the fuck in.
Put an ankle bracelet on you.
Well, that's arguably why before Hold Forward shut, I nominated you, Khan, to take my spot.
Thank you.
Because of all the people I trusted, I genuinely believed that you could have done it. And unfortunately, things didn't go the way they did, and they went the way they did.
Yeah.
But it's a trust factor, and it's having people around that you can rely on to do the job. Don't try to do it solo. I've seen people try to do these orgs solo, and they fucking
Doing
die.
it solo is extremely, like... It's like winning the lottery. It could work well in theory for you, but in reality, it's most likely not gonna.
Different.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to simply be fucking built different. Like, I don't know, but what do you think of that? What do you think about all that?
Yeah, because yours was a solo venture at first too, but because you just started it by yourself.
Well, actually, you want to know something?
No, get off the show. I don't want to know. Get off the show.
Alright,
we're ending the recording.
24-minute episode. Let's go.
Alright, boys, now what does it do?
We've been the Bahnyard. You've been...
Now please leave.
But OCE3 wasn't originally just me. It was fucking Blank's revival. But you know how that turned out.
Blanks.
Yeah,
Look at him on the Bahnyard.
He was a fucking dog shit, to be honest. He fucking quit after like a week, and I'm like, you know how he leaves servers like every second,
And he comes
and
back
I'm
like a fucking.
he's like that. Okay, I'm not making you a part of it again, mate.
I actually remember, and I'm not to shit on the motherfucker, not to gang up on the motherfucker and shit on the guy. I think Antiku actually started. This is actually a bit of lore.
Antiku was Blanks.
Antiku, but do you know why Antiku started in the first place?
No, not really.
There's some underground lore that I can share with you.
Did he get told off for posting the come about a gif?
Huh?
What? Oh, was that the Yelan one that he'd always post?
Oh, I don't know, but it was an anime girl.
The Genshin character, where the fucking dance or something, and then all the LRE guys posted it or some shit. I think it was a Kame or whatnot. I can't fucking remember. So what happened was, I think it was Fledgies. I think it was the Street Fighter Fledgies they do over in Team WP. And Blanks had applied to be a TO.
Okay.
And the staff were like, well, look, we haven't really seen you like TO before. And we don't really have anything to go off. And at the time, this is when Fledgies was in a bit more of a stable state. Like, they had a big fucking team. I don't know where Fledgies is at the moment. I know they've run events since then.
I
They
thought
might be
you were a
looking
part of
for.
the
I think they might be looking for people.
I'm more in like an advisory role. I sort of help out when I can, but since I jumped on the team, I started full-time work, and my whole fucking my life got really fucking hard tuned very, very fast. So I've had to step back from a lot of the commitments that I had. So anyway, what had happened was Antiku was formed as a way to show that they were capable of TOing things. They were capable of running events and properly putting on shows and doing the right thing.
So that was the
by
reason
people.
why they began operating. Okay, I see.
But for Street Fighter V, Blanks couldn't stream it because Blanks was on PS4. At one point, he got me to stream it, and I'm like, okay, sure, why not? I'm not doing anything tonight. But my PC locked up. Like, it just straight up froze in the middle of it, so it went streamless again.
I can't believe Ewber single-handedly went out of his way to try
You
to
ended his
sabotage
career.
Blanks.
I know. Why would you do that for? What
You
the-
literally ruined his life. That's insane.
We're gonna kick you off the show. We're gonna blacklist you and
We're
cancel you.
we're literally gonna king hit you next time we see you.
I'll do it at locals. Don't worry.
Actually based. This is why we love you, Khan. Shout outs to Carnage Fine. Make sure you hit him up with the sub over at twitch.tv/Carnage.
Khan's going to find the exact train I'm going to be on to the next locals and just chuck rocks on the track and just let it roll.
he's gonna line up rocks on the train track.
Alright, the next station is Gisborne, and
Take
and
that,
off the
you
rail.
sabotaging slut!
And then the train just goes.
Seems
explodes.
like we've made it to South Kensington.
Damn,
Unbelievably
doxed.
based.
Doxed?
Doxed on the Barnyard? That's fucking
Damn.
crazy.
The first doxing we've ever done. Or Ewber did it.
Thank you, Ewber. You truly set a new milestone here for debauchery, if you will. But no, it was more to show us that they were capable of doing their own events. But and by this point in time, they were just kind of like, well, look, I'm already doing my own thing now. And that just sort of sparked off into that, and I think Blanks ended up stepping down, and I think at the moment, there's a bunch of people part of Antiku. It's crazy to see how far Antiku has come since, like, its origins. Because I tune in every now and again, and I sometimes tune into the King of Fighters stuff that's done by, Alanak and... it's Alanak and someone else. I feel bad for forgetting who... I know Civis and stuff do Strive, Khan's favorite game.
Can you kill yourself? No.
That'll be in the season finale. I'll Kurt Cobain myself then.
No!
Hashtag 27 Club.
Let's go. Mac Miller.
Let's go, baby.
Shout out.
But yeah, it's crazy to think, but like again, there's another instance of burnout in that case because I genuinely believe the reason the motherfucker stepped down was burnout.
Yeah.
Too much enthusiasm again will only get you so far.
Because when that enthusiasm runs out and the reality hits you, it's like, oh, I have to do all this work, but there's no like Because like you said before, you're not getting paid for it, but you don't really go in with the expectation.
Twitch subs
of that.
don't really count. Like if you've got us like. Hold Forward, we were streaming, and Hold Forward, we were getting pretty decent numbers in terms of subs.
Yeah, you guys
and
were
shit.
making like 6 figures, which is pretty good.
Bro, we were at least 8 figures, and there were like Peruvian whores in each of our bedrooms at any given time.
Oh yeah, you know,
It was
like the Wolf
actually
of Wall
crazy.
Street, how they have like those crazy parties in Wall Street offices. What you guys were doing in like your house or something?
That was literally me and me and
Rowdy,
the-
you and
the-
Rowdy.
Me and Rowdy. We were just getting fucked up, bro. Never mind, I was a married man. But you know what I mean? It's like you're not getting paid to do it.
Yeah, you're doing it out of the kindness
Even
of
if
your
you're
own
getting
heart.
paid, there's no money in the FGC.
Not
like,
really.
We've had this talk. We had this talk when Fade Yusef was on the episode.
Shout out, Yusuf.
There's no fucking money in the scene.
And if you do have money, you're not a part of the FGC. You're just fucking working 24/7.
Exactly. Like, at that point, it's kind of like, well, is my enthusiasm going to be enough to continue this, or do I really need to start putting things into perspective? People are always going to be grateful to the work that you do. You may not think it, because I know in the moment, I know as a tournament organizer, and Ewber, I'm sure, like, you could probably agree with me on this. In the moment, there are times when you're running things, and it's like, you're genuinely like, do these motherfuckers actually appreciate the shit I'm doing? Like, be it they didn't fucking read a post, or they're just fucking complaining about seeding, or whatever the fuck.
Or entering 3 different accounts.
Yeah, Crooked Star. Is it too late to sign up?
Oh, I fucking... But, like, I hate that shit. It irks me to hell, but, like, at the end of the day, like, people do appreciate it, but you gotta say to yourself, can I survive off appreciation? Like, I need... and that sounds like a really selfish thing to say in retrospect, but it's also the truth. And it's okay to admit that. It's really okay to admit that. Like, be real. Get real. Hashtag get real.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, you gotta be selfish sometimes. Sometimes.
Sometimes you got to be willing to DQ Daigo from bracket. That's an old
Bro,
reference.
the fact that he nearly did that is insane.
Oh no, crazy Madman Yusuf.
Big dick energy, bro.
You need to DQ Daigo.
Bro, I'd fucking do it. I'd
Flew
drop over
all
with
the
him.
way to a different continent just to get DQ'd. We nearly got DQ'd. Damn.
Well, he should have woke up.
Exactly. True.
Bro, I fucking it wasn't a DQ, but I remember when I was at Evo Japan. It's a bit of a sidetrack. It was 2020 Evo Japan, and I remember the pool next to me was actually Arslan Ash's pool.
Oh.
And he's there at 10 in the morning for his fucking pool. And the TO walks up to him at 10:30. And the TO said, "Congratulations, you've made it through to your next pool. You can come back tomorrow at 10 o'clock to play."
Okay.
And he's like, "What do you mean?" His entire pool no-showed. I swear
For
to you,
Tekken.
go to Start GG.
Yeah, look at the bracket link.
Look it up.
Far out.
No one showed. And the same thing apparently happened to Saint.
Damn, pro
The
players
same thing apparently
carried.
also happened to Saint.
Look, you got me interested. I would go and search it up, but however, blue keys switches, they're loud.
Oh yeah, when Ewber
Yeah.
types on his keyboard, it sounds like a nuclear bomb is going off. Do it now, Ewber. Just
man's
press
about
off
to
on your
fucking-
keyboard.
This man's about to fucking Oppenheimer his goddamn desk. Look at him go.
He's playing typing. You would be a killer at typing
He's
of
playing
the dead.
Typing of the Dead. Dude, I found a cab for that in Japan.
Really?
100%. And it had like a late 90s keyboard attached to it.
Oos. I've always wanted to play that game on
Oh,
cab.
that shit's gonna be membrane, isn't it?
I played it was, but I had a go of it, and it was next level.
Do you type in English here as a Japanese keyboard?
It's funny because for that game in particular, it had an English keyboard, but a lot of Japanese keyboards are actually English keyboards.
Yeah.
But what they'll do is they'll have an extra key at the bottom that changes it to
Oh,
I
it's a
think
switcher.
yeah, so like because English is very predominantly spoken over there.
Yeah, there's a lot of signage over
It's
there.
a very predominantly spoken language.
Makes sense. A
over
lot of tourists and stuff.
Oh,
Makes sense.
dude, they love us for our tourist dollars.
I could imagine.
They just don't want us living there.
Exactly.
And to be fair, I wouldn't want to live there either. I love Japan as a tourist, but you fuck my ass if I'm living there.
19-hour work days or something.
Oh, bro, the fucking work culture there. Do you know what the minimum wage in Japan is?
The minimum what?
The minimum wage in Japan.
What's the minimum wage in Japan?
I think it's 945 yen an hour.
So that's like $9
That
something
converts to
dollars?
about $9.
Oh my. Wait, is that for an adult?
That's for an adult.
Oh my
Yeah,
fucking God.
not a
That's
lot.
Bad.
Now, the excuse that I'm given is stuff is cheaper over there.
That's what I've heard as well.
But that being said, our minimum wage here, I believe, is like $23, $24.
Yeah.
So you're looking at a more than fucking like...
It's a big decrease.
Was it like 100? It's insane.
Yeah, definitely.
Fuck living there.
I wouldn't want to live there. I'm very
You wanna
grateful
live
to be
there, you
here.
couldn't. I'm very grateful. Dude, we got workers' rights over here. We're doing all right.
See, I can hang out with Ewber. We can go in the same day. We can eat Korean. We can go play a fighting game, and we can also see some big protest in the city. And there's like an old guy wearing his underwear on his head or something. I love living in Melbourne. It's kind of scuffed, but
It's kind of it's kind of like my relationship with Melbourne. I don't really want to live there anymore. But
where
I'm
would you live in-
perfectly
what do you mean
happy-
anymore? You don't live here, Ewber.
No, I'm saying I don't want to live there anymore.
Oh,
Because
okay.
you know how I wanted to go there, but I don't want to. I'm perfectly fine where I live. I still like going to Melbourne, but I don't want to live there because if
What
I
do you
live
guys
there,
think
I'm
of
gonna be
Melbourne in
late.
chat?
Melbourne's such a weird thing for me because I originally wanted to move there. I originally really wanted to move there. And like the selling point for me was, there's like fucking fighting game tournaments like every weekend, and I get along with like everybody and all this shit. And then all this bullshit last year fucking happens, and all these people are slowly getting outed one by one for being pieces of shit.
It's gonna happen to us
And-
soon.
See, I'm still relatively new to the FGC. I only really.
You don't know the law.
I don't know the law.
You don't have the cranky old man law
When
like
you've been
I
in
do.
a car ride for 9 hours with 3 other FGC guys, you hear things.
I wish I was in that car. Like, you've told me stories of like what they were talking about, and I was like, I wish I was a fly on the wall in
Oh,
that
that
car.
would it was great, man. I was just
That
soaking
was
it up.
like, there's something about like FGCT. Like, I know you get those whole people like, oh, fucking, you don't want to cause drama and shit. Nah, I fucking relish in it, bro. I fucking
It's funny hearing
relish
what's
in
going
it.
on
Give me
behind the
the
scenes
good
and
shit.
whatnot. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's like you feel part of something. It's like watching a live episode of fucking Days of Our Lives, only you're a star in it.
It's a good analogy.
It's fucking great, bro. Like I'm fucking getting
Cloud
my
nine,
character
yeah.
arc, baby.
Actually,
Yeah, fucking.
I will.
I wonder what.
Hey, sorry, I don't want to interrupt you.
No, I was just saying I can get my little problematic arc going on. You know, a little bit of the old mate Barry TV movie special.
7 on Metacritic. Co-starring Carnage.
Those fucking peasants wouldn't know a good form of media if it ran up and fucked them in the ass.
If it ran up, crashed into them, and they had to go to court.
You are literally Scorsese.
I am a
if he was still
a
alive.
modern day Casanova. Fuck them.
I really hope he doesn't die by the time this airs, because I don't want to seem like I predicted something. I really hope he doesn't die.
Hey, Queen Elizabeth
Marvel
dies tomorrow.
movies are okay, I guess. Scorsese probably.
Marvel Scorsese. Endgame is peak cinema. I regret making Raging Bull.
Marvel Scorsese.
Alright, I will ask the next primary question. So, Ewber. So, I know you don't really do TO stuff. I mean, you've done Summer Blaze, which is like a Blazblue thing you did a short while back. I think late last year, you did it early in January. I can't really remember, but the question is pretty much just like, if you ever wanted to get back into like, maybe some running an event, maybe not running events yourself, like on your own, but like helping people, because you help me out with stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you ever have to take the lead role yourself and do something like what you used to do with Third Strike in OC3, go join OC3, twitch.tv/Carnage5, which game would you choose? Because there's a lot of games now. There's a lot of modern games. Like, when you started OC3, Street Fighter 6 wasn't a thing, Tekken 8 wasn't a thing, Uni 2 wasn't a thing. A lot of modern fighting games we're all playing now, like Blazblue wasn't a thing, you know? So, I know we've played a lot of Blazblue, but I know you're a fan of that game, and I am too. But
Yeah.
I'm wondering what game you would choose to like run events for if you had to pick one.
Yeah, here's the problem though, because my attention changes really quickly, you know, like...
Alright, well then maybe, do you think a better, like a compromise of sorts would be to...
Like a rotational schedule or something.
So you have multiple games.
I'd start, like, you know, try and do it on my own terms. Like, I kind of see what, Mayhem's doing now, where they just have a monthly set of games and goes, like, this is the games we're having this month. And they're, like, they don't really, like...
Yeah, Mayhem are doing pretty fucking well for themselves in that regard. Or even like Sendo Savage Crew, where they do the Monday night exhibitions, where it's like, this is the game we're feeling right now. Like it may be Tekken this week, it may be Strive this week, it may be Street Fighter this week. Like, it's just what they want to run, and I like. Whoa! They don't want me to embarrass everybody, so like, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think
the
next time if I try and like do something like org related, I'm gonna like, you know, instead of thinking of the future, right, going like, oh yeah, this is gonna go on forever, and I'm gonna get like net play bracket 249. This is gonna happen, right? Now instead, I'm just, you know, just think about now, like, oh, what game do I want to host now? Yeah. Oh, I'm feeling Tekken 8. Let's host a Tekken 8 bracket. Oh, I'm feeling Granblue right now. Granblue bracket.
I'm feeling, fucking, what's the fighting game we could, trying to think of like something really just obscure that people would still play. I'm running...
Jujutsu Kaisen Clash.
There you go, I'm thinking of Jackie Chan and Fist of Fire tonight. Let's run that.
Bro, have you seen the fucking menus in that Jujutsu no Kaisen game? They look like DVD menus.
This DVD is powered by...
Oh, yes! You can skip the intro now. You can go straight to the movie. That was a banger. I don't know if anyone in chat had that as a kid, but that was good.
I slightly remember that. I slightly do.
Goated, bro. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse?
I remember that.
Nah, you ain't fucking with Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, bro. Peak entertainment.
Bro.
Shoutouts, public domain.
Shoutouts to the Big Mick himself.
We can...
Disney never did anything wrong. We need to make an extremely original movie of this brand new free to use.
What if it was evil and fucked up instead of cartoon?
Oh.
What if Le Good was Le Bad?
I fucking hate that shit so much. I know this is a little off topic, but holy fucking shit, I hate that so much. It's so fucking... I remember when the fucking Winnie the Pooh, what was it, like Blood and Honey or some shit?
Yeah, Blood and Honey,
I fucking watched it because I was like, I love shit horror movies. I love shitty horror. Have you seen The Drone?
No.
It's a satanic possessed drone that kills people.
That sounds pretty... That sounds
there was a horror movie that I'd heard about. I haven't seen it yet. Birdemic is on another fucking level, dude. No, there was a horror movie about like a satanically possessed Christmas tree.
What?
The one with the beach, like if you stepped on the sand, there was like an alien in there or some shit and like killed you.
I don't know.
Like, but I love shit horror movies, and like, I was like, oh, surely this will be fun because like, surely they know that like this is shit. They took it so seriously.
Oh, I don't know.
And don't try to, anyone in chat or like comments or anything, do not fucking try to tell me that they were self-aware because they fucking weren't. This is not a case of like Smiley. Have you heard of the horror movie Smiley?
Yeah, with Shane Dawson and his cat.
Shane
Not his
fucking
cat,
Dawson
but Shane Dawson was there.
Shane fucking Dawson and Tobuscus. It was a product of its time. So for those who don't know, it's based on the old like urban legend of Bloody Mary, where if you say her name 3 times in the mirror,
I'm going to
appears and
completely
kills.
guess the plot of Smiley. You say Smiley 3 times in the mirror, and then just like Tobuscus comes out of the door and goes like, Smiley, Smiley makes me really wily, and then just like fucking Smiley kills everyone.
What?
Do you like my smile, 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 my diamond smile, smile. You cannot redial, dial, dial. No,
That was a banger.
That was a fucking banger. Bro, Diamond Sword to this day still fucks, and I'm dying on that hill.
It's better than the Beatles.
fucking the Beatles if they sounded good, and it's that fucking song just. No, so you will not guess the plot of it, so I'm not even gonna let you try. Basically, the plot of Smiley is you say, I did it for the lols 3 times in a mirror.
Yeah, that was it. I did it for the
And
lols,
Smiley
yeah.
appears behind you and kills you, but you don't say it in a mirror, sorry. You don't say it into a mirror. You say it on chat roulette.
Yes. Like there's Omegle sites.
You gotta
I did
be on
it for
chat
the lols.
roulette and say it 3 times. Do you know the main antagonist of that movie? Because it wasn't even Smiley.
Wasn't it? I forgot. It was like Shane Dawson.
No.
I forgot exactly.
It was 4chan.
Yes.
It was the embodiment of 4chan.
Yes.
That movie is a product of its fucking time.
It's the best movie.
Oh, dude, I used to have a tradition of watching it every Halloween. It was just so bad.
When are we getting Shane Dawson and his cat on the Bahnyard?
So, Shane Dawson, is it true that you came on your cat?
Wait, hold on. I'm Shane Dawson. I'm gonna hold. I'm just gonna do something quick.
Excuse me, Shane Dawson, are you in fact ejaculating on your cat right now?
No.
It sounds like a rabid hyena. Are you in like an African savannah or something?
Yeah, I'm in the wild. I currently left home. I'm running away. Instead of training, I'm like Jin Kazuma, but instead of training in Brisbane, I'm just training. Fuck all.
You went to like the African country of like Niger or however you pronounce it.
He might meet our adopted African son.
Baba Tunde, you're correct. Yeah, correct. Baba Tunde.
Shout outs to Baba Tunde,
Shout
our
out Baba
adopted son.
Tunde. We need to get him some water.
He needs some water, he's thirsty.
I know. As a side note, I'll say this before I ask the next question. This goes for you guys, but I want to know if you guys in chat have seen this. There are videos of people in Africa who flex they have clean water. So you know how you see rappers flexing, they have like big stacks of money and like grills and stuff?
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
that.
money spread.
Yeah, it's like that, but instead of like throwing money everywhere, they're just pouring like bottles of clean water on the ground just to flex like, yeah, I've got so much clean water, I can afford to waste some.
What the fuck?
And yeah, they're outside of like mud huts and stuff.
Is that like that fucking DJ Khaled suffering from success? But
Yes.
instead of face palming with like bling, he's just there for like face palming but pouring water.
I love those videos. There's like 3 Africa guys in like Givenchy and like Louis Vuitton. I don't know how they get that. Like this isn't like this isn't like this is like tribal Africa. You know, like you see in the back and it's just savannah. You see animals in the back and whatever. It's like
Yo, check out my Fiji.
yeah. Check out my G Fuel or whatever. I love those videos.
Logan Paul about to airdrop the fucking latest flavor of Prime.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, my digestive system cannot handle said Prime, and it will kill me in my entire bloodline.
It probably will do that to my bloodline too. I'm too scared to try it.
I've only ever had 2 bottles of Prime, and I just think it's okay.
I don't think Prime's too bad. I like, because I like coconut, and it's predominantly coconut water and stuff. I think it's all right. I think the price point is the problem with it is the price point is egregious.
It is definitely.
Like I think most people who sit there and shit on Prime just don't like Logan Paul and KSI, which is fair because Logan Paul is a cunt and KSI is. I mean, I actually do kind of find KSI pretty funny, but
Yeah,
KSI's fine.
His brother plays too.
But he's got a big forehead though. He's got a big forehead. So that's.
Bro, I got a big forehead and you work with me.
Oh yeah, but I mean I don't know. You didn't get banned from that one Gamescom for sexual harassment, so you're fine.
Wait, what?
Google it after the recording's done.
Oh my god, okay, shit. What the fuck? Wish I'd have known that one.
Anyway, I'll ask.
No, I do have to say though, because I do have to say before we go on to the question, I do have to say, because we mentioned Logan Paul.
Yes.
And this pains me to admit. Do either of you follow like professional wrestling at all?
Not at all.
No.
I have to painfully admit this, and this is something that I will go on record with. So Logan Paul recently, I think it was a couple of years ago. It's been about 2 or so years now. He's been signed to the WWE.
Yeah.
As like a
Wait, I thought it was a boxer.
he was, and then he stopped. His brother's the one who's still his brother's the one that's still doing boxing full time.
Oh no.
Drake Paul.
Logan is a really fucking good wrestler.
So do you agree with his crypto scams and his Japanese suicide forest?
Yeah, everything he did, I did better. What are you getting at?
Why do you think Barry went to Japan?
Hey, drop the video.
Drop the VOD. I found who in Japan?
What's going on, guys? Hey, don't just hang around up there. Come say hi.
Oh no.
Oh God. Don't put that one in the thumbnail.
Oh, too late.
Jesus Christ. But no, like, that's the problem, is I have to admit that he's good, and I hate that. I really fucking hate that. Like, he's arguably better than half the roster at this fucking point. It's insane. Shoutouts to Logan Paul. Your drink's all right, and you're sick in the ring, but unfortunately, you're still a cunt. So
We'll get him in the barn.
We'll get him on the Bahnyard.
We'll
Get him on the Bahnyard.
Definitely. 100%.
Hi, I am Logan Paul, and I am going to pay back the Crypto Zoo people. Just kidding. It's never going to happen.
Just kidding, lol. Bro, who would win in a fight? The raccoon is me or Logan Paul?
I did it for the lols.
I did it for the lols.
No! ladies and gentlemen, Weber has just died.
Weber.
Filling in for him will be his poorly funded Cambodian stunt double, Ewber. How you doing tonight, Ewber? Welcome to the Bahnyard.
Yeah, welcome. Actually, I have another question. I just thought of it on the spot. I think it's for Ewber, it's for you, Barry, and anyone in chat can also answer this. It's funny. So, fighting games being made out of popular characters and IPs and stuff it's nothing new. Obviously, Injustice, Marvel, Kamen Rider, you're probably familiar with that, the latter game. What is it called? Kamen Rider Super Climax Heroes released for the Nintendo Wii, developed by Aiding.
If you're gonna say it,
I don't know what it is. You say it.
Let me say it. If you're gonna say it, say the name right, please. Please. It's the greatest game of our generation. Please show it the respect it deserves.
Okay.
It is the critically acclaimed 80-produced fighting game, Kamen Rider Super Climax Heroes for the Nintendo Wii, released in 2012 in Japan, featured at Ozhado Nationals 17, that's hashtag OHN17, at Bankstown Sports Club.
Won by me.
Won by you!
Yep.
You won that shit.
I did. Thank you. The question that I'm gonna ask, yes, is that obviously, big IPs have been adapted into fighting games, even fan games have done it. There's like a Seinfeld fighting game or Friends or whatever. It's just a fan thing. So my question to you guys and to the people in chat is, if there wasn't any IP, can be a movie, a book, whatever, if you wanted to get one IP adapted into a fighting game, like a big budget fighting game, what would it be?
Are we talking like Dragon Ball FighterZ level of budget, or are we talking like Idol Showdown levels of budget?
No, we're talking like Dragon Ball. Even though that game is kind of mid, like, it still has a big budget.
In terms of mid or not, like, you gotta admit that they fucking, they cooked in terms of, production quality.
Yeah.
You cannot tell me that they did not cook in terms of,
No, it looks nice.
That's what I mean, it looks nice and it sounds nice. You can't tell me otherwise.
It doesn't look exactly this. Your hypothetical fighting game might not look exactly like that. Because it'd be funny if you picked, McDonald's and it looks like Dragon Ball FighterZ. that actually would go kind of hard.
That would go fucking hard, bro.
Yo, catch my Hamburglar assist.
Nugget dashing.
You have nothing with my grimace. You have nothing against my grimace.
Try that on my Ronald McDonald.
Bro, I got that fucking birdie float tech out here.
Oh, true? I think I know Uber's pick. I think I already know Uber's pick.
Is it women?
Yes. No, I feel like Uber's.
I'll go for Grimace. I'll go for Grimace because the Grimace shake was a huge fucking
true.
trend.
No,
the Grimace shake was an install.
Exactly, it's like Jamie's level 2 in Street Fighter. He chugs the Grimace shake. No, I feel like Uber would say Yakuza as like a fighting game. I feel like he would say that.
Yes,
that would be so fucking sick.
But I would love a Yakuza fighting game to be like an actual Yakuza game, but you can fight other people.
I don't know how that would work. I don't know how that would work.
They kind of did something like that though. They did that with the Black Panther games.
Oh, the PSP ones?
The PSP ones, because those games, I think from what I've been told, I've never played them. I've never had, because I know they've recently done a fan sub patch for the first game.
Oh, really?
So you could play that game now and properly know what the fuck's going on.
Nice.
I think it was the fighting engine was based on Wu-Tang Clan. The fucking whatever that game was.
The PS1 one or something?
Yeah, I think it was the fighting engine was based on that. Like, it was very heavily influenced by it.
Goodness.
So you could theoretically say that that's kind of like that. You could you could make that argument. No, I'd love to see a fucking Yakuza one.
That'd be cool.
But I also got another answer. I just want to see another anime actually getting properly adapted into a fighting game, like what Fighters did. Because like so much anime just gets adapted to arena fighters.
Yeah, shout out Naruto.
They just barely support them, and no one really.
It's a shame because like there is source in those games. Like, okay, controversial take here.
Okay.
Jump Force was not that bad.
Okay.
Die.
No. Hear me out.
You'll be smitten.
Hear me out.
I'm kidding. I haven't even played it.
Let me cook. Mechanically speaking, the game was all right. Like so my team in that game was it was.
Oh, it was a team game, wasn't it?
It was a 3v3 game, and one of the problems I did have with it was the switch order was like already predetermined. So like you went in like a 1-2-3, 1-2-3.
Okay.
So you couldn't, like, let's say I've got 3 characters, I couldn't switch to my anchor and I couldn't switch to my...
So it's not like Marvel, I assume.
No, there is a determined... It's like with Captain Ginyu in Dragon Ball FighterZ, where, like, the Ginyu Force come out in a set order.
Oh, I see.
I ran, I believe I was Sasuke, Jotaro, and Asta from Black Clover.
Nice.
And there was source in that fucking game. Like, there was a lot of crazy shit you could do.
We should run the bracket for that.
But you can't now because they fucking shut the servers. It's dead.
We'll pirate it. There'll be an offline bracket.
Yeah, Parsec, baby.
Yeah.
We're bringing it back.
Let's
but it's
go.
like, there was like so much potential there for a game. It looked like shit. It looked fucking ugly. Like, this whole, like...
It looked butt ugly.
I get what they were going for, like having semi-realistic locations mixed in with like the whole like Unreal Engine 5 demo of Ocarina of Time, lens flare out the ass. Like, I hate that shit, but that's what Jump Force was. It was just that shit in a nutshell. And the online sucked, but like there was potential there for a really good game, and this can be said about nearly every fucking every anime fighter, like you said. Like, I've seen it happen time and time and time again. We joked about Jujutsu no Kaisen. That, like, the fact that you've got one of the most popular fucking shonens on the market right now, not even getting that level of respect. And people are getting really hyped for the Hunter x Hunter game that's coming out.
Yeah, but aiding.
It's... Look, I'm not getting my hopes up for the very same reason. Because, like, it was, remember that, even that One Punch Man fucking game they did?
I'm not familiar.
So basically what it was, I think it was a 1v1, it was a 1v1 fighter, or it was a 2v2 fighter, I don't remember. But if you picked Saitama, the match started with him running to the fight.
Okay.
Because he couldn't take damage and he would win the fight with one hit.
Okay.
So they had to find a way to balance him. But then you could also run matches without him in it, but the problem is One Punch Man without One Punch Man. Like, it makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, what's the point?
What's the fucking point at that point? So, like, it fuck me, I guess. But then I remember they did that Demon Slayer game. And that's another game that could have a really fucking sick fighting game attached to it. Because the characters in that are fucking amazing, and they're so cool. Yeah, it's fucking generic fucking shonen. I don't care. It's cool. It's big and flashy. Make a good fighting game out of it. Make me feel cool. What would your pick be, actually? Because I'd like to have a little bit of a think on mine.
My one?
Yeah, what would your pick be? Because I don't actually know how big you are in anime. I've never actually really asked you that.
He can't tell the difference between Dragon Ball and Pop Team
I can.
Can anybody tell the difference?
I can. This
All anime looks the same.
No, I didn't say that. I said that at first all the Blue characters looked the same to me because I couldn't tell any of them apart on the character select screen. Now I can because I played more of the game, but at first I was like, oh, who is this? Who is this? I can't tell. I don't for a fighting game. There's certain categories you have to meet. You have to have a lot of characters because you can't have like a small character roster. They'd all have to be a bit unique.
Well, that was the problem with fighters. Because so many fan favorite characters just ended up not making the cut.
Goku.
Oh, this is your favorite character?
Look at it this way. You had characters that were getting left out, I'll just name a few off the top of my. It doesn't I'm not really saying it in terms of
it gives me time to
popularity.
think about my answer. So go for it.
Super 17, Omega Shenron. General Tao, Launch, Deborah, what was his name? Bojack
Horseman.
Typon. There was and Hercule. Fucking
Hercule Satan, yeah, he would have been cool.
Mr. Satan.
Really? Hercule? Yeah. But they have Mr. Popo?
Bro, he'd be too strong.
Oh, he's not in the game now. Shit game.
You literally could not beat him.
Bro, give me the original Mr. Popo where he's like black as night with big lips. Because that's what he looks like in the original version.
Give me the original blackface.
Yeah, and that's what they did for Oil Man, whatever his name was in Mega Man. Black character, gigantic lips.
Oh my god, really?
And then they changed the design for the Western release for obvious reasons. But give me original Mr. Popo.
DLC skin.
I would have made Mr. Popo, bro.
I don't know if our adopted son would very much appreciate you doing that.
He doesn't understand English.
This does not concern you, Baba Tunda. What was his name again?
Baba Tunde.
You forgot the name of your adopted son.
Old mate Barry confirmed.
Okay, it makes sense for Khan because his memory is literally like, wait, I forgot what I was gonna say. But
old mate Barry confirmed not a very good father to his African adopted son. To fucking Little Baz, I'm a tip top dad. I'm one of the best dads on the fucking market. Baba Tunde, I'm shithouse. Is this like new law? This law is.
This is new law, yeah.
This is new Bahnyard law.
Baba Tunde.
We adopted a son.
He'll be in the thumbnail one day.
He will be in the thumbnail one of these days. We need to a lot happened in the 3 months that we were off.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot happened. We adopted a son. It was crazy.
Alright, I have my answer.
What is your answer? What's your answer?
You've mentioned this before. I would love Pop Team Epic.
Oh!
Because there's only 2 main characters, but you could just have, make it a giant shitpost. Because they have different forms and incarnations in the show. So you could have, you know how when they announce... What's that new Dragon Ball game, Sparking Zero? And they announce the character roster. It's 15 Gokus and 15 Vegetas. Just do that. It's 15 Popocos and 15 Pippimis. But they all have different, movesets and animations and stuff. You can have regular Popoco and Pippimi, and then you'll have the Yakuza Pippimi. And then...
imagine one of them just with the dragon...
You got the live action Popoco... you got the live action ones, but it's 3D rotoscoped and shit.
Yeah, all the Kamen Rider shit first they do there, and then you have the there's where they're drawn really crudely by ACBU. I'll put a picture. I'll put it in the thumbnail.
What was the name of it?
There
was a segment. That was the name of the segment.
In Pop Team Epic.
Yeah, I can't remember the name, but I remember it used to really gross my my ex-wife out, and I'd always be like, "Hey, it's the time for that segment again," and she'd be like, "Ew."
That was my mum. I used to watch it with her, and she'd be gross. I was like, "Oh, look, they're at the Australian zoo. They see it. They ran into a koala." That's a true segment. They go to Australia and they go to the zoo. So there's a bunch of different characters that you could take from that series and just kind of make them their own unique playstyles. And I think you could have a stage be the Australian zoo, and in the back you see all of our crudely drawn animals. That would be funny, I think. And the developers of the game,
Royal Park at the back.
Yeah, set in Humpy Bong in Queensland. There's the developers of the game, the developers of the show like fighting games, because every now and then, instead of having little ad breaks, they'll have these little cutaways. And there's one where they've done it in the style of Guilty Gear X, where it's ready, let's pop, heaven or hell. And
Oh,
they've
yeah.
recreated the Guilty Gear X like HUD and sound effects and like the combo counter. So, I mean, you know, there is a lot of love for fighting games and stuff in the show. So I think that'd be funny.
Going back to something you just mentioned before I mentioned my picks.
Yeah.
Can you confirm for the good people at home that Humpy Bong is actually a real place?
Yes, if you guys, we were talking about this before we started recording. If you guys at home don't know, there is a real place here in Australia called Humpy Bong. I believe it's in Queensland, and you can Google it, Humpybong, Humpy Bong. It's a...
Khan, you can't spell it properly. You've written Hup Me Bong.
What?
Hup
Where
Me
did I
Bong.
write that?
Yeah, do you not see the link? It says Hup Me Bong.
Yeah, I was typing fast. I made a typo, sue me. But yeah, Humpy Bong. Humpy Bong. 3 syllables. It's a real place, they have a school.
The two things that I've laughed at the hardest this week was when you posted that, and then when at some point out of nowhere you just mentioned that your dad isn't a very good driver.
Yes.
And I can't remember why. I can't remember
Ewber
why.
mentioned it.
But I fucking broke. We were in a call. We were all hanging out, like playing fucking Tekken.
Playing Tekken 8, yeah.
And I broke. Like, my mind broke in two. And I just started maniacally laughing at the idea of Khan's dad sitting behind the wheel of a car looking slightly nervous. Just being like, oh, I'm not a very good driver, but I'm trying my best. And there was something about it. And then today you fucking comment something on the lines. What was it? He's got to go to court or something.
Yeah.
And then Ewber joins the call before we start recording, and I'm in hysterics.
Yes.
But I don't know why. It's not funny.
It's just so, it kind of is. It's just so absurd and out of the blue.
Why?
Also, I just thought of another question before we wrap up.
I never got to say my game picks.
Oh, sorry, I thought you did. My bad.
You can say your question after that, but
Alright,
I do have my
so-
picks.
I'm not timestamping it, but around the time we recorded that, Project L did get its official name. It's called something like 2XKO. It's some weird name.
2XKO, yeah.
I think it's like, you know when you try to sign into your Google account and it's like,
Two-factor
what's it called?
authentication.
Yeah, that where it's like they send you the code and you type it in. It looks like one of those codes.
Yeah,
So what do we all think of? Yeah, what do we all think of the name? I think it's stupid, to be honest. I think it's one of the worst names.
I think it's fucking shit.
How do you even it's like a Kingdom Hearts title. It's like, how do I even begin
I have a theory.
pronouncing
I
this?
have a tinfoil hat theory as to why they named it that. But
So
I
when you
genuinely think it's
search
fucking
alphabetical fighting games, it comes
stupid. It is
up
the
first.
first one that comes up.
Yeah.
It's always at the top of the list, no matter where you look for fighting games. Fighting game genre search, it'll always be at the top.
Oh, it's funny you say that, because one of the Victorian guys, I've been secretly game testing his little fighting game, and it's 2 something, and it's not an X, so it'll actually show up before 2XKO before it
Get
comes out on Steam.
fucked, Cannon Brothers!
I've been a game tester in secret on a secret fighting
Get fucked!
Yeah, that was my
I think
question.
I think
What
it's
do you guys
fucking
think?
dog. I think it's dog shit, dude. I think it's dumb. I think like Project L was just. There are so many cooler names that they could have used. Like, I don't know, fucking Champions of the Rift or like.
2XKO could be used for any, like...
2XKO sounds like
anything.
some like Russian energy drink.
Or even like Rune Terror Showdown or something. Like,
Just call it like Idol Showdown, because they're all idols, and then you call it a showdown.
but like you've got like. But like, there's so many cool things that you could have done, and you went with 2XKO.
The game is pretty much vaporware. It's like Silksong at this point. It's not coming out. It doesn't matter.
Oh, dude, have you heard
Apparently
of?
they're using server-based rollback.
Ooh. Ooh.
The game will basically be vaporware if they don't fucking sort that shit out.
Server-based rollback.
And there's no servers in Australia as far as I know.
Just what you
Oh,
want.
no.
So get fucked.
So our ping, which is already bad, is going to be even worse. 500 ping to another Australian.
Oos. Oh no.
Get ready for the next battle. That's what it's
Desync
gonna be
returning
like.
to lobby. You've been disconnected from the opponent.
I have no faith. I have no faith. The game visually looks sick. The game visually looks really nice and crisp. Mechanically, I think it looks kind of fun. I have no faith. I have no fucking faith.
Me neither.
And look, I want to be proven wrong, because I want more people to be playing fighting games, and this will open up the door to so many new people. I just don't have fucking faith in it at this point.
I'll say one thing before I shut up and let you say your game and hear Uber's opinion on this, but like, I am not gonna touch that. I don't care how good it is. I don't care if it cures as like you know, what is it, like cures like all the bad stuff in the world, you know, hunger and cancer and all this horrible stuff. I don't care if it cures all of that and makes my life exponentially better. I'm not touching it because it's League of Legends.
Smart.
I'm not touching it. It's League of Legends.
But what if the money from the game funds the life and well-being of our adopted son, Baba Tunde?
Don't give a shit. It's League of Legends. I'm not touching it.
God damn.
No.
What's your take, Uber?
Wait, hold on. So if the developers came out and said if you play 2XKO, your dad gets his license back, you'll just be like,
no.
No.
It's League of Legends. I'm not playing it. It's League of Legends.
Somewhere in the world, Khan's dad was sitting behind the wheel of his car, listening to that line being delivered. And he was just like, I really wish my son would have just played 2XKO. I really miss my license.
Alright,
but what's your take? And then Barry can say his game.
What take?
What do you think of the name 2XKO?
Yeah, what do you think?
I already said it. I think it's fucking like could be used for anything. Like, yeah.
It doesn't really have like a synonymous attachment to like League of Legends.
Yeah.
But there's so many naming conventions that they could have fucking gone with like, because League has well-established huge lore around it with like all this shit that they've built into their universe. There's so many things that like you could have done.
Although I did see a stupid Twitter post going like, why are you complaining about 2XKO? Don't you call like Marvel vs. Capcom MVC?
Shut the fuck up! Shut up!
MVC3 has a full name behind it, bro.
It's Marvel. We call it Marvel.
It has a full fucking name behind it. How does that argument hold water?
Even if 2XKO had a like full name behind it, it would be like 2 times knockout.
Yeah, it looks like an algebra thing. Like, what the fuck?
Bro, that fucking...
Sulfur 2XKO is Sulfur
that
X.
take deadass holds about as much water as a fucking colander. Like, it's not happening.
Look, 2XKO is as good as a name as X instead of Twitter. AK, it's not.
It's literally to a point where I still call it... I still vehemently call it Twitter.
Everyone calls it Twitter.
I'm not calling it X.
Everyone calls it Twitter except for companies that are like, oh, I might get
X,
sued by
formerly Twitter.
Follow my X, follow my X.
Nah, I'm not following her.
Anyway, Barry, what was your anime game?
Okay, so I have two.
And then we'll wrap up.
I have 2 suggestions. Okay, one of them. So, what Jump Force was trying to do, but in a like a 3v3 proper hype fighter sort of system. So, like what Dragon Ball, like what Marvel vs. Capcom 3 did, but with like the huge anime shonen icons. I think that would be fucking gnarly.
I think you're already describing a game that exists.
What game am I describing?
It's called J-Star's Victory Versus. It's not a traditional 2D fighting game, but...
No, it wasn't a traditional.
No, but it sounds familiar. A lot of anime characters in like a team format.
Yeah, but like it's not like it's not a 2.5D fighting.
Yeah, but it has Kenshiro in it. Let me cook.
Damn, he's debunked my argument. But no, like there's so many fucking cool. And in saying that, another additional suggestion that I think would be sick is a Trigger/Gynax fucking hype fighter.
Bro, you're not my Pantheon stocking team. You're not beating that. You're not beating
fucking
that.
Kill a Kill, Promare, fucking, since we're talking Gynax, fucking Evangelion.
Yes.
Like, fucking let me cook.
Oh, you have nothing against my cum hands.
You're fucked.
That's his fucking win quote when he fucking
Shinji,
happy birthday
Shinji, no.
So Uber, how do you feel having just won Evo? I'm so fucked up.
I had to play Ken to do this.
And the other one I had is not an anime.
Okay.
But it is a Japanese property.
Gods.
Kagurabashi!
No, I feel like you're gonna say like kaiju stuff, like Godzilla.
No, that already.
Oh, okay.
No, not that. Kamen Rider Super Sentai.
That'd be cool.
Do you remember the movie that I showed you guys ages ago?
Oh, yeah,
The
crossover.
superhero Tyson movie where
Yeah.
Kamen Rider Decade led the Kamen Riders against Captain
Yes.
Marvelous and the Sentais at the time.
That was a funny movie.
Imagine that. So you know what Battle for the Grid did?
Bobby shit.
But not shit. And with like proper Kamen Rider and Super Sentai representation.
Just that, but not shit. That's all you need.
This because there's like so many fucking cool Kamen Riders, and there's so many cool like Sentai. This is why I love Super Climax Heroes so much, because it like really just plays with the concept and has a good time with it. So like, yeah, give me a fucking hype fighter like that. I would
definitely.
I would cook. The closest thing to a fucking tokusatsu based fighting game we have now is fucking, I don't remember the name of it, but it was that one in Japan where you put the cards on the thing and swipe the screen and shit.
I got no clue.
I don't remember the name of it, but I have a few cards of it in my wallet. So
Nice.
Amiibo Animal Crossing?
I don't fucking remember.
True. Animal Crossing?
Animal Crossing? Bro, you ain't got nothing on my Tom Nook, bro.
Nah, you got nothing on my Tommy though.
My
Bro,
Oh, who was that
try
fucking cat character that like Twitter like?
Oh, Bob?
No, not Twitter. Just
Bob?
everyone fiended
Oh,
over for like
There's a-
the first
there's a-
month, and if you had him, everyone would DM you going like,
There's a-
"You do not deserve him on your
There
island.
was a cat
Give him
named
to
Bob
me.
in Animal
Give him to
Crossing.
me."
I'm pretty sure. But I don't know.
No, oh fuck.
It definitely wasn't Bob because I would have remembered.
What was
the
his name?
It was it New Horizons?
No, it was
Yeah,
the newest one. Raymond.
Yeah, New Raymond.
Raymond.
Anka. You ain't
Raymond.
trying that on my Anka.
He was the one that had heterochromia, and he had the fucking thick rim glasses and the business suit and shit.
Raymond. Oh yeah, he has he has pointy ears and like a suit
Yeah.
with a blue tie.
Bro,
Yeah,
Anka from the
Right.
totally not suggestive fan animation.
Try that on my Anka.
Get fucked up more than I did.
Khan, out of curiosity, what was your last question?
Oh, that was my last question.
Wait,
Yeah, the
really?
2x one. Yeah, we have to wrap it up.
I will ask one more question.
You go for it, Valerie.
I will ask one more
Awesome.
question.
Oh no, I do have one after you. It's quick though. But after you,
I think
you
I'm
ask
about.
first,
I think
Valerie.
I was gonna ask the question that you were gonna ask.
Go for it then.
Can I ask it because it's gonna hurt
Of
me more than
course.
it'll hurt you?
Of course.
Which game do you think will come out first? Street Fighter 8 or Hollow Knight Silk Song?
I have another question after this. It's different. It's very quick.
I reckon Street Fighter 8.
Me too.
Wait, no, there could be a technicality. Street Fighter 7 could be live service and going forever. And eventually they're just gonna rename it to Street Fighter and just jump up the
They could
7.
fucking Phantasy Star Online 2 that shit.
Oh, true.
And then you'd all be Jova.
They're gonna release Street Fighter 11 before Silk Song is out.
Bro, Hollow Knight Silk Song live service game?
Could you pay to win microtransactions, games as a service? Okay, before we wrap up, another super quick question, Ewber. You have to answer this. It's a yes or a no. Literally just a yes or a no question. Are you ready?
Alright.
This is
Yeah.
a theory I have. Everybody I've asked says they answer no. Yes or no? Have you seen Madam Web? Alright, everybody. Thanks for listening. I knew you weren't going to say anything. I'm going to take that as a yes. I'll take it as a no. I'll take
What
it
was
as a
your
no.
opinion on the motion hit picture film Madam Web?
My opinion?
She was in the Amazon researching the Bahnyard with my mom before she died. Or something. I think that's how the line went. Anyway, Barry, you can do the outro as always.
Oh, man, it's actually funny because I was doom scrolling TikTok the other day,
As you do.
and there was a fucking thing. There was a thing about Madam Web, and then this like, all these people were just saying the movie was shit, and then there's like one guy dressed up as Spider-Man. He's like, surely the movie can't be that bad.
Yeah.
And then it just like pans to him after the film. And he just goes to a Google search, how to unwatch a movie. I kind of want to see it now. Like, I'm morbidly curious.
We'll find it. No, we'll find a 1080p torrent. How about we have a movie night in your server? We watch Madam
We'll
Web.
do that in the bungalow. We'll do a Madam Web movie night.
all the corporates listening, no, we're actually going to go to the cinemas and watch it legally, so...
I'll fly in. I'll fly in.
We're going to watch Madam Web.
I'll fly into Sydney with you guys.
And then
I'll take Uber
afterwards,
with
I'm
me.
going to Kurt Cobain myself in the public bathroom.
Yes. Alright, I think we'll end it there. Thanks, Ewber,
I
for
think that
coming
was,
on.
what
It
a,
was
what
really
a good
good.
way to end it. What a
That was
good
a
way
funny
to end
episode, yeah.
it. That was a good episode. I enjoyed that episode.
I enjoyed it too. Hope you guys enjoyed it too in chat.
One of these days, we should get Weber on the Barnyard.
Yeah, how is he doing
He would
these
be a
days?
good fit. Who the fuck are you?
Huh?
Who the fuck are you?
Who are you, mate? What are you doing on my podcast?
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
What are you
sorry,
doing
I didn't
here?
mean to. I just like.
Get off my
I'm sorry.
podcast.
I'm sorry. Do you want to?
This is my conspiracy theory
Bro,
podcast.
you want to like?
Space is
Dude,
fake.
I'm sorry.
Combos
I'm
aren't
sorry,
real.
Timmick.
Neutral is
I'm
fake.
sorry, Timmick. Calm the fuck down.
You've been listening to the Bahnyard. We'll see you next time for another installment of the hottest mess this side of the ANZ FGC. Until next time, stay gnarly.